your mindset is extremely powerful, and if you do not know that, you should listen just a little while, because yeah, your mindset is the thing that either makes you or breaks you. I've heard it so many times that, oh, it's all in your mind, when I did not understand what that meant, and those people saying it probably did not understand it either. But cat is crazy. But when I started understanding that it's really all in your mind, that's when it really started changing my life. Because when I started implementing these things, that I knew that, okay, so if it's all in the mind, then how can I actually influence it? And when you start researching the mind and how powerful it really is, you start seeing things that seems to be impossible, but is really. So a good example is, I have a book of Wim Hof here, which I'm reading right now, but I'm listening to a lot of podcasts with him and watch a lot of world records he have done. And one of the records he have done is he have been submerged in ice water, in a tank filled with ice and water for over 2 hours. I don't remember how long it was. And he did not lose body temperature. He had the same body temperature for 2 hours, over 2 hours in that ice water. And if you don't think that is like, if you don't, normal people would die, because if you go to ice water, you die, because that's the belief we have. If you fall into frozen water, we have like 2 minutes and then we are dead. That's the belief of most people, because that is what we have been taught. But if we really learn to control our breathing and learn to control ourselves in the water, we can survive for much, much longer. And if we just use our minds, I mean, that is the like power of the mind. It's completely fucking insane how much power we have over our own body just via mind. And another thing that is really, really crazy is that you can heal your body with mind. Because if you have noticed that placebo effect is a real effect, and you know that sugar pillars heal people, and you have probably not thought about it really much, but why do you think that those pills heal people? Why do you think a sugar pill can heal someone from something? It's not because, oh, well, blah, blah, whatever. It's because they believed it. They trusted the pill, that this is going to work, and they heal themselves with their mind. There is a lot of people talking about this whole quantum physicists and people talking about how you can heal yourself with the mind. Some people are more easy to listen to, some people are completely out there and hard to listen to, but they speak things that are really interesting anyway. So, but if you want to listen to someone that is easy to, that explains how powerful your mind is, then it's Wim Hof, because I don't know better person to start with than Wim Hof, because he's really amazing in explaining how powerful your mind is and how your brain body breathing connection is all in like so important. So yeah, look into his work and look what he has done, and he has like, yeah, I don't know how many world record he has in different crazy things. So he's really amazing. Yeah, so look into him. But the mind is still one of the most like amazing parts of your body. With your mind, you can either create your life the way you want it, or you can make the life a living hell. In the past, I lived a hell because I did not know how to use my mind. So everything was happening to me to begin with. I had no control over what was happening, so everything happened to me and not for me. So, for instance, I was like really negative, and I hated, not from the beginning, but as I woke up like 2010 or something, 12, I started researching everything, and the world got really dark, and it got even darker and just darker, and until for about 6 years ago when everything changed, because I learned about the mindset about things, and it really changed everything, because I could not be here without changing it today, or I would not speak, at least, because I would not be able to, because it would be something that is impossible in my world. So yeah, but the real, like, it's so crazy how much you can do with just a mindset, because as I said, I was so in the dark in the past, and the only thing that really changed was my mindset about what I was experiencing or how I experience things, and started knowing that if I am negative, I will have a negative feeling. How simple is that to understand? And if I am angry about everything in this world, I'm not saying that you cannot be angry or have some sort of negative feelings, but most part you will have to change to something positive, because it's so much easier to live if you just change everything negative to something positive. It does not have to be some like significant, oh, this thing is so blessing for me, I'm so glad that this shit happened to me. It just like find something positive about it further down the line. Maybe it helped you to reach out to something, and yeah, just figure things out and not be in the like negative mindset, because that will take you nowhere. That was what created my life to a living hell when I was alcoholic and I was smoking weed almost every day and drinking every day and smoking cigarettes every day. I smoked cigarettes for a long time, but it only got worse and worse and worse. By the time I was like so deep down, I just saw no other option than to change something, and it happened by itself. So I got to a point where it was completely as low as I could go, so there was no way to go but up. And I started researching and how to get out of that deep hole. And it's much more complicated than that, but that's the basic of it. And what I'm trying to say is that just of changing my mindset about all these things, nothing really changed in that moment. The only thing that changed was my mindset. It went from being the worst place to live on this planet it was beautiful, everything. I started seeing hope, I started seeing light, I started seeing like how everything is possible to change in this world if we just want to change ourselves, not change the outside, because the outside will change when the inside changes. So that's why we need people to change their inside, change their mindset, change their beliefs about how everything is built up, because the only real thing that will change this world is if we change ourselves first. Because if we believe that the world is a fucked up place and everything is fucked and everything is just messed up and nothing can ever change if not this politician or this entity or this organization does something about it, which is completely false. Because if you have ever thought about a politician caring for anyone, but I don't even know what they care about, money or something, fame, power. But if you think that a politician will ever care about you, you are kind of wrong. And they might just fuck that. I don't want to go into politics because it's I don't put any kind of like trust in those kinds of entities, because those are the problems. So don't think that problem is going to solve the problem. We are going to solve the problem, but that will have to leave them outside or completely change how it's built up from the ground up. That's not going to happen overnight. So, but you can change overnight. For me, the change was instant, because I knew that I cannot live this way for much longer. It would have killed me in some way. I would never have killed myself, but it would have killed me in some way. Drinking too much or taking something that I should not have taken, or getting hit by a car or falling from something or whatever. Because yeah, life happens when you are not with it. So yeah, but changing my mindset changed everything, and I started believing that things are possible to change if we change, and that's what I've been doing for the last 6 years. I'm really been all about changing myself for the best person I could become, and still working on it, but work in progress. So yeah, so if you want to see change in this world, you will have to change yourself first, and you will have to be the change in this world. You will have to be the example. You will have to be the one that people want to look up to and see that you have managed to do your life into a much greater life. So you have to be the change to get other people to want to change, because if you just scream about conspiracies in people's faces, you will not be tolerated by them at all. They will not care about you. They care about you, but they will not care about what you're saying, because you seems crazy to them. I've tried that myself for many years, trying to force feed people with my not bullshit, but belief system, BS. So yeah, and it has not worked. You cannot force anyone to do something that they do not want to do. So you will have to be the change that you wish to see in the world, and things will change. So that was it for today. Bye.